Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another tutorial by Tommy, your one and only. In this tutorial, I will show you how to do one of my favorite enclosures, one that I did in my first game, Evolution 1. However, I don't have the file anymore and I don't have any pictures, but I decided to recreate this enclosure in here in Evolution 2. This enclosure is inspired by the second Hunger Games movie. It might seem weird that I was inspired by the Hunger Games, but you will see why. I guess I've already shown you the picture. So what we need to do first for this Clockwork enclosure is to start with paths. We need to create a perfect circle. However, this time we cannot use the help of the game who knows how the circle should go. This time we actually need the paths. And we need the paths to create this clockwork shape. The path locks into place. As you can see, it shows you the right angle that you should go with. And we need to create a clock, basically, in this build. So that's what we're going to start with. It's a little star, and it twinkles. It's a nice star. And now, we do the first circle. We'll see if we have to, actually. If we take the paths all the way over here. Okay, they join, so we don't have to do the inner circle. But we still need these. So we're doing 2 lengths. And you'll be excited to hear that this is a build that I have decided to recreate in Evolution 2. I will not tell you what it is just yet. I will let you guess in the comments, okay? If you have a guess after watching this video what the theme of this new upcoming park will be, please do write it in the comments. And I'm also considering doing speed builds of this. So let me know if you'd be interested to actually... This could actually be a part 1, but it's a tutorial. What you want to do now is to take the water brush and go haywire. Get as much water in there as you can. And now, pray with me to the almighty T-Rex that we can actually fit this in. No, we can't. Okay, we do have to go bigger. We do have to go bigger. Bear with me though, it's going to look even better when it's this big. In the meantime, I want to thank all the new subscribers. It's a pleasure, it's a joy that you guys love my creations. I have so many more things to come, and I cannot wait to share them with you. I have just yesterday finished my 10th park, so I'm celebrating. This enclosure will be for the Spinosaurus. This is an enclosure that you really need to put in your time. And this whole park, actually. Okay, finally! And now, let me just quickly delete these. And the first thing you want to do is to put in the viewing galleries into every single one of these quarters. I'm super excited about individually placeable trees coming back in the game, and I can't wait to create something with them. And if we do get the big tree that we had in the first game, by any chance, if we do get it, it's a perfect centerpiece for this enclosure. I'm just afraid that we won't get it. However, we got the forest in here, so we'll make do with that. A little more. This is tedious. It's more tedious for me than it is for you. Okay, I forgot how much work this enclosure was. Let's get back the water brush and let's fill the enclosure with more water. Alright, this is the best that we can do, I guess. Alright, now let's put in the fish eaters in front of every single viewing gallery. I just realized that we don't have the infinite feeders in this game anymore. And replacing these is going to be a beach, because I can't imagine how rangers would get through. Okay, we're on. We're on. I'm just going to try to get some more water in, because I actually found out the smaller brush is more than capable of doing that. Okay, now let's destroy this beautiful star that we have here. Now, what we want to do is fencing. Another tedious piece of work, but please do bear with me. We want the fence number 4, I decided, because that feels like it's strong enough to hold the Spino, but it's still see-through. The fence is strong enough. You always want to get that perfect circle with your fence. Find the right angle to curve it. And if the game won't allow you to find the right angle, try going at it from the other side. Try to join it from the other side. I like doing my fences right at the edge of the sidewalk so that the guests can actually see. I heard that there's a mod that gives you path visibility, and I've never in my life craved using mods more than I do now. Now what we need to see is to paint the whole thing with rock texture. Do we want this rock texture or do we want this rock texture? Which one looks? This one looks better. This one looks much better. Especially for the build that I want to build. That you don't know what it is yet. Well, you can guess in the comments. Looking pretty nice. And what we want to do now is to mix the sand in a little bit so that it looks a little tropical, so that it's not just rocky. What I love to do for this build is to use the monorail and do a nice big circle. Where's the monorail? Here's the monorail. And do a nice big circle exactly in the middle, which is not going to be easy because I'm gonna have to guess how the monorail goes. And I want to do the circle layered. So I'll start with the smallest one, but I'm going to have to start again because I want to be exactly in the middle. The trick to this, there's really no easy trick to this. You really need to just go around it and try, or just or be happy with one circle, as I should have been. But if you know me, you know that I don't do small. I don't go small. Not in this game. So it really is just about trying to find the right distance and the right angle for this first one. Since we cannot curve it from the get-go, we need to put in the first one with the right distance and in the right angle, and then try to curve it somehow. The pillars are not aligned, and I don't think I will ever manage to do so. However, we can also delete them with the rocks. They're not symmetrical, and I fear they won't be. Okay, but one trick that you can do if you want to have 3 circles or 4 circles or more circles, and you can't, for the love of the T-Rex, you can't get it in line, just erase the terrain. Basically, what we can do here is just go to the water's edge. I'll let the game do the work. Because after a certain point, the game won't let you. Okay, this is actually much better. And what we can do is not to have the slope that big, to just, or maybe we'll put it back. I don't know. We'll see how the forest looks in it. Yeah, let's put it higher. So that the trees are visible from up above. And we put in some more trees around the place. It should be like a sacred temple or a sacred cathedral. And I don't even mind that the columns are not linear. I mean, we'll put in some rocks anyway. Okay, now that we have this out of the way, finally, we put in some palms because we do want to make it look tropical. Once we do have the individually placeable trees, I will go back to this build and put some real palms in those places that I want to put them, not where the game let me or won't let me. Those will be the happy days. It doesn't have to be that hollow. A tree here and there, and look what happens. But I do want to keep some rocky feeling to it, so I'll take some of these away. I made it a little more lush than I initially wanted, but I am not against it completely and totally. Let's put the rocks in and we'll see what happens. So you know me, you know that I like my rocks. Well, if you know me. If you don't know me, welcome. If you got to this part of the video, I'm really happy that you did. On this channel, what do we say? We do say that the rocks are the pillars of a good enclosure, and that's true. That's completely right. I actually do want to keep the pillars in there. So what I usually do with the rocks is that I start with the big ones and I place them everywhere that I can. And once I'm done with the big rocks, I go to the smaller rocks and then the absolutely small rocks. What I do with the smaller rocks is that I place them around the big rocks so that it looks like it's been torn from the big rock and it just fell off. But also, you want to place them all around the place. You might think that the smallest rocks are not that important, but it puts the final touch into place. It just really shows that you put some time and effort into the enclosure and it looks presentable, whoever you want to present it to. Alright, and I have decided that I don't like that much greenery in here after all. We'll see what happens after the individually placeable trees are back in the game, but it's supposed to be rocky. More rocky than foresty, so bye palm. No, actually, I want this one back. Come back! Come back! Come back! Okay. Alright, and you can try a view from any viewing gallery. It's basically, well, it's not going to be the same because every single one is going to be different. But my work here is done. Let's release the Spinosaurus. Alright, welcome back. We have our Spinosaurus in here. We have 3 Spinosaurus. We have this one. If you want me to name the Spinosaurus, drop name suggestions in the comments. And this one is Limpopo River and Lithobates. Then we have Mangrove Forest with Papurana. It looks really good with the background. And then we have this one, which is surprisingly pretty, even though it's mostly white. It's a Gambia, River Basin, and Pello Phylax. I usually like the colors on my Spinos, on all my dinosaurs. Okay, so this is what the enclosure looks like with the Spinos in it. I'm so very happy that you stuck by me, that you have made it to the end of this video. It was kind of long, I know, but I feel like the enclosure is worth it. When you create something like this, it's always... Oh my god, the fence is crooked. The fence is crooked. The crooked fence alert!
Everybody stay calm! What's the procedure, everyone?
Okay, I'll fix it later. So thank you for watching, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoyed today's tutorial and got some inspiration. My name is Tommy, and if you liked the video, please give me a like, comment, or share, or you can also subscribe. I'm not forcing you to, but I'll be doing more of this stuff, and I'll be continuing this very park. So if you are curious to see what this park is going to be and how it's going to turn out, you could consider to subscribe. I wouldn't mind. Thanks again, and till the next time. Bye bye.